Happy Halloween, everyone! So today I have for you this spin pole combo. You can do it on a static pole as well, and it's for beginners, perfect for beginners. And I encourage you to dress up for Halloween and have fun with it. And let's get started. I'm gonna start behind my pole, right? And I'm gonna step out with my right leg, so this leg here. Now I'm gonna like kick my butt and step that leg out and bend the left leg so I can really step out very far, very wide. Then from here, I'm gonna move my hips to the right, and then the rest of my body will travel, and then I bend the right knee. So now my body goes over to the right. But try not to skip that little detail. Try not to just step and just go directly out. Try to step, hips, body, follow. So you can do kind of like a little wave just to make it look nice. So I kick, step, hips, body, head. Then I put my right hand on my right knee and I go down and I'll do a little hair whip to make it dramatic. Then I come up and I'm gonna turn to the left. So right hand high, turn to the left, step with that right foot over to the other side of the pole. Now I'm gonna do my dip into my back hook. So I stepped with my right foot. I can grab with the left arm below. Remember, always you're pulling the pole down into the ground with that top arm. In this instance, it's my right arm. The bottom arm is pushing, but also pulling a little bit. You're like kind of trying to pull yourself up. So now that left leg is gonna swing out, right? And you're gonna bend the right knee. You're gonna turn the right knee toward the pole, open up that right hip so you can swing that left leg and the pole will end up in between your knees. Now swing the left, bend the knees, so knees are soft for your dip. And then I really like to sit back a lot in my dip. I think it looks really nice. That's more like styling, but play with it. I really sit back. You see, and I like kind of hang from my arms. Another little styling thing I do, just if you want to try, is I keep that swinging leg really straight the whole time. So I swing it, and I kind of like swing from my hip here. So I move my hips, and I swing that leg straight. Here, watch. So step, straight leg, hips. So I open my chest as I swing the leg back, and as I swing it around, I crunch. I lean back with my chest. It makes it a little different than the usual dip. This is something that I taught my Patreon members a while ago. So if you like these little styling details, be sure to check out my Patreon, join, try it out. So now we're gonna do our back hook from there. So I do my dip, right? Step down left foot, right leg is gonna come up. So still my right hand is high, left hand is below. Now I need to turn. So I need to turn so the pole is under my left arm here, in my left bicep, or my underarm. So I'm gonna turn, 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 turn. Get the pole in my left bicep, right arm is still high. Then I'm gonna swing that right leg. Once I feel the pole behind my left knee, I bend that knee and hook it. So I like to keep the right outside leg straight, but the original back hook spin, you bend both knees. And it's a little easier. So just keep that in mind. Try whichever one you want. Then I'm gonna release the legs and do a little float and end up back here where I started when I started my dip. So that's on the left side of my pole. So let's say I do my back hook. Hook the left here. Release that left leg. Swing it behind the pole and bend the right knee. Kick that left leg back straight. Start sliding the left foot on the floor until you stop. And then that right foot goes with the left. And now I'm here, kind of in this little arching position. I'm like laying on the pole. Right arm is high, left arm is low. Now I'm gonna slide the feet forward, bend the knees and slide down. Not too far down because remember, you have to stand up. So now I'm gonna pull with my arms, push into my feet, push my hips up, belly, chest. So I wanna try to achieve like a wave. So that's why you do hips, belly, chest, head. It looks like this. Let me show you from the back hook. Left leg, bend the right, slide, feet together, bend, push up here. Now adjust the hands, right arm high, left arm low. Now I'm gonna step out nice and far from the pole. So bend both knees, kick my bum, and step out far as you can. Then from here, I'm gonna stick my butt out and push back because I wanna get far from the pole for my next little transition. So now I'm gonna fall down to the ground. Right arm is high, left is low. I'm gonna go behind the pole, so toward my right arm, my top arm, and I'm gonna turn that direction, bending both knees. Hold on to the pole and slide down with control. End up back where I started. So you need momentum for that move. That's why we stepped out far from the pole, right? I create all this space so that way when I bend my knees and I let my body go forward, it will go around the pole. Now I wanted to touch on this little headstand. So I'm gonna show you guys the beginner variation. On my Patreon, I'm gonna show them beginner, intermediate, and advanced variation for this little pole base trick. And it's a really great way to strengthen your upper body, your shoulders, your core. So now I'm facing my palm on my knees. I'm gonna grab my pole, right, with my hands. And my elbows are gonna be about the width of my shoulders here. So make sure your elbows are not too wide, not too close together. I'm gonna place my head down, but you want pretty much all your weight in your forearms. You wanna push with the shoulders, push the floor away. You don't really want weight on your head, okay? So, because you don't wanna hurt your neck. So keep that in mind. My head is down, but I don't have weight on my head. It's all here. So now I want you to work on this. This is the first part for the shoulder stand. I place my head down and I want you to send those hips up toward the pole, right? Slide the feet toward your face. So I'm here. Push into your forearms, send the hips up toward the pole. You see this? I want you to work on that because that's how eventually you'll be able to lift the legs up. You need to get the hips high, pretty much touching the pole. If the hips are too low, it's much harder and you're never gonna be able to lift from there. Now, if you have that down, you can try to do a straddle and then a clack, and then we'll slide back down. Just to add like a nice little effect.
So you're here, hips up, straddle, clack. Then I'm gonna slide down. Start to take your head off and arch your bum down, and then knees, and then slide back. Kind of like a bad kitty. But don't forget that little arch, because this is pole dance, right? This is a dance form. You don't want to end up like after your clack, you're going down like this, right? Tucking in the pelvis, flat back. So don't forget that little detail. Let's do it from the beginning, our little combo. So I'm here behind my pole, right? I'm gonna kick my bum with my right leg, step out, hips, body, chest, down, up, turn, right arm, step right foot, dip, swing the left, step down left, right leg up, turn, get the pull in your left bicep, swing that right leg, hook the left leg, release that left leg, swing it around behind the pole, bend the right knee, find the floor, feet together, lay on the pole here, bend both knees, push up, remember, hips, belly, chest, head, grab high right hand, left, kick the bum, step out far, and fall toward that top arm, the right arm. Onto the knees. Then re-grab the pole, right? Remember, elbow, shoulder width apart, head down, push the hips up, straddle, slide down, arch, knees, and do kind of like a little bad kitty up. Okay guys, try the other side. Any questions, comments right below.